Lily, a kind-hearted 26-year-old florist, spent her days arranging beautiful flowers in her late grandmother's small flower shop.
Although business was slow, she refused to sell the shop because it held all her happiest childhood memories. One rainy morning, a wealthy businessman rushed into the shop.
I need the most beautiful bouquet you have.
These are perfect.
Where are my wedding flowers?
Lily's heart sank. She had accidentally given the bride's custom bouquet to the stranger. Panicking, she grabbed another arrangement and raced to the wedding venue. When she arrived, the ceremony had already begun. The groom was furious. The bride was in tears. Before Lily could apologize, the same businessman from the flower shop stood up. He looked at her and smiled. It's not her fault. The room fell silent. The bride gasped. You know her?
No, but she's the woman who unknowingly saved my day. My name is Adrian. Do you know who he is?
No. And I think I just ruined his best friend's wedding.
I think you owe me a cup of coffee.
I thought you'd ask me to pay for the flowers.
Maybe after the coffee.
Neither of them knew that. One simple mistake with a bouquet was about to change both of their lives forever. The morning after the disastrous wedding, Lily arrived at her shop expecting angry customers and complaints. Instead, she found a sleek black luxury car parked outside her shop. The driver stepped out and opened the rear door. Adrian emerged, dressed in a perfectly tailored navy suit, carrying a bouquet of white lilies.
You came back?
The driver stepped out and opened the rear door. Adrian emerged, dressed in a perfectly tailored navy suit, carrying a bouquet of white lilies. You came back?
I said you owed me a cup of coffee.
I thought you were joking.
I wasn't.
An hour later, they sat in a quiet cafe overlooking the road. Adrian watched Lily carefully.
You're the first person in years who treated me like an ordinary customer.
I didn't know you were a billionaire.
And if I had?
I still would have charged you for the flowers. As they left the cafe, Lily received a phone call from her landlord. Her smile disappeared. What do you mean the rent has doubled? I can't afford that.
Is everything okay?
My flower shop is struggling. If I can't pay the new rent by the end of the month, I'll lose it.
I have a proposal.
What kind of proposal?
I need someone to redesign the flowers for every Kingsley hotel in the country.
Me?
You have talent, Lily. I've seen it. It could save your shop.
Before Lily could answer, a luxury SUV screeched to a stop beside them. A glamorous stepped out wearing designer sunglasses and a white suit. So this is the florist? I expected someone more impressive. Be careful. Nothing about Jake is ever as simple as it seems. Who was she?
My ex-wife.
Suddenly, Lily realized her life had become far more complicated than a simple mistake with a bouquet.
The next morning, Lily couldn't stop thinking about Adrian's offer. Why would a billionaire trust a small florist like me?
Because you care about every flower you arrange. You don't just sell bouquets, you tell stories.
This could save my shop.
Then say yes.
I accept. Following Monday, Lily arrived at Kingsley Group headquarters. The towering glass skyscraper left her speechless. As she stepped inside carrying a box of fresh flowers, dozens of employees stared at her. Some whispered. Before Lily could respond, Claire appeared from the elevator. She folded her arms. So, you've already moved into Adrian's world. I'm only here to work. That's how it starts.
Good morning, Lily. Good morning, Lily. Didn't I ask you to stay away from my staff?
I'm simply welcoming her. Adrian ignored her and escorted Lily upstairs. He showed her the luxurious rooftop garden that overlooked the sky.
I want every Kingsley hotel to feel like this.
I have so many ideas. For hours, they worked together, discussing flowers, colors, and elegant designs.
As evening fell, Lily prepared to leave. She entered the underground parking garage. Suddenly, she heard footsteps behind her. She turned. No one was there.
The next morning, Adrian noticed the fear in Lily's eyes.
What happened?
At first, she hesitated. Then she told him everything: the stranger, the parking garage, the threat.
You should have called me immediately.
I didn't want to worry you.
I'm already worried.
Adrian took Lily to the building's security office. The head of security replayed the parking garage footage. As they were checking the security footage, the video clearly showed a man's figure approaching Lily. Just before disappearing, the intruder looked directly at one of the cameras.
I've seen that face before.
Where?
It's someone who used to work for my family.
Before he could explain further, his phone rang. It was his younger sister, Sophie. Her voice trembled. Adrian, someone's broken into Dad's old estate.
What? Don't go inside. I'm on my way.
An hour later, Adrian and Lily arrived at the abandoned Kingsley estate. The front door had been forced open. Inside, drawers were pulled out, books scattered the floor. It looked as though someone was desperately searching for something. Lily noticed a hidden compartment behind a bookshelf. Inside was an old leather journal. She opened it. On the very first page was a handwritten note. "If anything happens to me, never trust Sarah." As they stared at the journal in shock, they heard the sound of footsteps upstairs. Someone else was still inside the mansion. To be continued. Adrian quickly pulled Lily behind him. The footsteps upstairs grew louder.
Step.
Step. The old mansion fell silent. Adrian picked up a heavy stick.
Stay close to me.
Together, they slowly climbed the grand staircase. Every room they opened was empty. Then they reached Edward Kingsley's old study. Adrian pushed it open. The room had been completely ransacked. Books lay scattered across the floor, and the safe hidden behind a painting had been forced open. Whatever they were looking for,
They found it. Lily noticed something
tucked beneath the desk. It was a small envelope. Inside was an old family photograph. I thought Sophie was your only sibling.
I've never seen this photo before.
Just then, a loud crash echoed from downstairs. They rushed back to the entrance hall. The front door was wide open. Outside, a black SUV sped away through the iron gates. Adrian ran outside but was too late. The vehicle disappeared into the distance. Lily looked down and spotted something glittering on the driveway. She picked it up. It was a delicate gold necklace with the letter C.
I'm certain we will find something here.
We've identified the person from the parking garage.
Who is it? It's someone you trusted for years. Who? Your personal assistant, Michael.
Adrian's eyes widened in disbelief. The man who had worked beside him for nearly 10 years had been working against him all along.
My assistant, Michael?
We matched his fingerprints to evidence recovered from the old Kingsley estate. You trusted him.
I trusted him with everything.
The next morning, Adrian returned to Kingsley Group headquarters. Michael was calmly working in his office, as if nothing had happened.
Good morning, sir. We need to talk. About what? The break-in, the threats against Lily, the security footage. You finally figured it out. Why? Because your father ruined my family's life. He stole everything from us. That's impossible. You don't know the truth.
Before Adrian could stop him, Michael pressed a hidden alarm on his watch. The office lights suddenly went out. Smoke filled the room. When security rushed in moments later, Michael had disappeared. Meanwhile, Lily was alone at her flowers shop, preparing a bouquet for a customer. The shop door opened. Charlotte, the girl in red, walked in wearing dark sunglasses. She smiled politely.
I'm not here to fight. What do you want?
You deserve to know who Adrian really is.
Lily slowly opened the envelope. Inside was a newspaper clipping from 20 years earlier. The headline read, Kingsley family scandal, mysterious circumstances. Below the article was a photograph of Adrian's father. Lily's hands trembled.
Could Michael's revenge be connected to something that happened decades ago? Lily!
What happened?
Michael escaped.
And I think you're his next target.
At that exact moment, the lights inside the flower shop went out. The front door slowly locked by itself. Someone was already inside. Later that evening, the security received a breakthrough.
We've recovered the files stolen from Edward Kingsley's study.
They're not business records. They're adoption papers.
Adoption papers? "28 years ago, your father secretly adopted a lady after her parents had an accident."
Adrian stared at the faded photograph attached to the file. He recognized the lady immediately.
The lady in the family photograph.
So she was real.
Her name is Grace Kingsley. She disappeared shortly after your father was late. In the evening, inside the office. Just then, another folder was opened. Inside was a handwritten confession from Chris.
If you are reading this, Michael has been living with a terrible misunderstanding. I never stole his father's company. I tried to save it after his father was late.
My father was innocent.
We finally know the truth.
Before anyone could celebrate, security phone rang. Her expression turned serious.
We've traced Jake. Where is he? He's at the old Kingsley greenhouse. The same place my father hid the evidence. And Michael has taken someone hostage.
Who?
Claire.
Everyone fell silent. Whatever Michael was planning, it would all end at the greenhouse. To be continued.
No one goes in until we know Claire is safe. I have to talk to him.
Please be careful.
Michael, it's over. My father died believing your family betrayed him. My father spent years trying to clear his name. He never stole your father's company.
A few weeks later, the truth was made public. Edward Kingsley's reputation was restored. Michael accepted responsibility for his crimes. Claire admitted that years of resentment had led her to manipulate Michael with lies and half-truths. She was also held accountable for her role in the threats and cover-up. On a warm spring afternoon, Brooks Flowers was more beautiful than ever. Fresh roses, lilies, and lavender filled every corner of the shop. Adrian walked in carrying the very first bouquet Lily had ever made for him. I think this belongs to you. I remember accidentally giving you the wrong bouquet.
It turned out to be exactly the right one.
Lily, you filled my life with color when everything felt empty. Will you marry me?
Yes.
Outside, family and the flower shop staff applauded as Adrian slipped the ring onto her finger. Months later, they were married in a beautiful garden ceremony surrounded by flowers designed by Lily herself.
The greatest thing I ever found wasn't a business. It was you.
And all it took was one wrong bouquet